Okay, I call this meeting to order, and I welcome everyone for coming tonight. Roll call, please.
Lyndon Baines.
Here.
Charles Cooper.
Here.
Becky Duncan.
Here.
Denise Matthews.
Here.
Elizabeth Pendergrass.
Here.
All here.
Okay, and, would you read the minutes, please, for last night?
Regular meeting for January 2018. Be it remembered that the Board of Mayor and Alderman met in regular monthly session Monday, January the 22nd, 2017 at 6 p.m. at City Hall in Jamestown, when the following proceedings were had and entered of record to wit. Present and presiding, the Honorable Elizabeth Pendergrass, Alderwoman, Bill Dishman, Recorder, and on roll call by the City Recorder, the following members of the Board: Lyndon Baines, Becky Duncan, Charles Cooper, Vanessa Matthews. Alderwoman Pendergrass called the meeting to order and welcomed everyone for attending. Alderwoman Pendergrass was sitting in for Mayor Davis. The minutes for the previous meeting was read, and on a motion by Vanessa Matthews, seconded by Charles Cooper, the Board on a roll call vote approved the minutes for December's meeting. Alderwoman Pendergrass then asked, was there anyone from the floor that had any grievances? And there was none. Alderwoman Pendergrass then asked Steve McCoy to give an update on city projects. Tom Bennett with Bennett Associates give the engineer report. Bob Lane, city building inspector, was absent. Becky Allred, city attorney, then gave the attorney's report. On a motion by Charles Cooper, seconded by Lyndon Baines, the Board on a roll call vote, all for, none against, approved Guardian Electric as the low bidder for the real light project at the airport for $42,852. On a motion by Charles Cooper, seconded by Vanessa Matthews, the Board on a roll call vote, all for, none against, approved the 2016-17 budget amendments. On a motion by Charles Cooper, seconded by Becky Duncan, the Board on a roll call vote, all for, none against, approved the financials for December 2017. On a motion by Lyndon Baines, seconded by Charles Cooper, the Board on a roll call vote, all for, none against, approved the December bills paid for $541,747.69. Alderwoman Pendergrass then welcomed Jonathan Davison with the Pall-Mall-Chanute Water District. After a long discussion with Mr. Davison about the issues that the Water District and Pall-Mall-Chanute are having, healthy drinking water issues, on a motion by Vanessa Matthews, seconded by Charles Cooper, the Board on a roll call vote, all for, none against, approved that the Fentress County Utility District could sell water to Pall-Mall-Chanute Water District contingent to the contract amendments with Fentress County Utility District and the City of Jamestown's contract, and no changes to the pumping station would take place. With no further business, on a motion by Lyndon Baines, seconded by Charles Cooper, the Board voted to adjourn.
The minutes. No corrections, that I need a motion for the minutes to be approved.
I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Lyndon Baines and seconded by Vanessa Matthews. Is there any more discussion about it at all? Okay. All for? All for? Against? Motion passes, okay. Okay, next is the citizen grievances. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to say anything? Okay, next up is the report of the mayor, and I'd like to take this time right now and ask everyone just for a moment of silence. Everybody knows that Mr. Lonnie Hull, one of our employees, longtime employees, 19 years with us, passed away last week. He's been our airport manager for the 19 years, and he was thought a lot of by everybody that worked at the city. And he was just such a nice man, a good man, and just had a great attitude. And so we here at the city are grateful to have known him and to have worked with him. And let's just ask for a moment of silence. Okay. Amen. Thank you. I'd also like to take this time right now to say I appreciate the council for supporting me during my health issues. And I appreciate very much. And I appreciate everybody's prayers out there that's been put up there for me. So thank you so much. Just keep it up for me. Okay, city engineer report.
Mayor, I didn't have much to report tonight. Just we're working on the community development block grant project and getting ready to submit for the permits on that. And that should be take about 45 days, and then once that's done, it'll be submitted to the state for approval. So that project's moving along, and it should be ready to go to probably to be within about 60 days, I would suspect.
Okay, all righty, thank you. Okay, the building report.
I have 3 or 4 things. Those of you who've been in McDonald's see they've just done a remake in there, and that's completed. And on the last leg of the Beatty Apartments over here off Beatty, Fentress County Apartments, we've got about a few more units, and that'll be done. Manor House is cranking up. And I might say this, I don't know how many of you the other night saw on television, they was talking about the opiate epidemic in Tennessee, and what did they show? They showed the city of Jamestown. Showed the courthouse, talked about the problems, and our county, this county up here, was one of the worst offenders in that. But sometimes something that doesn't get reported, there's a lot of good people in Jamestown. Today, I've been on 2 different deals up here today where Manor House is building a place for people that's been on dope to come out and have somewhere to live for a little while. There's a house right across the road over here. Been over there and inspected that. We hear the worst sometimes, but there's a lot of good folks lives in Jamestown. They do a lot of good. It hurt me to see that on television. You know, as Paul Harvey used to say, the rest of the story is there's a lot more good folks than there is bad folks. And everybody that's on dope ain't a bad folks. Some people get addicted through problems they have physically and get on that stuff. But I just wanted my hats off to these people. They're doing real work up here and a lot of good. And I think they deserve a little recognition for that. That's really all I have.
Okay, city attorney.
So since we were just here 2 weeks ago, there's not a whole lot new to report either for me. I am working on a couple of small contracts that are just basic everyday work for city contracts to keep up with some city work, sludge agreements and that kind of thing. And also I am have started reviewing the process for the contracts between the city and Fentress County Utility District for the sale of the water for the Chinook Pall Mall water. I know that that's still in question, but I've already started my process so that we can be prepared when we get ready to do that, to hopefully make it happen quickly. So that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe one thing I missed, we are working on the cell tower ordinance. A lot of people have asked about cell towers. And David and I have worked on this a lot, and Freddie has too. And we hope that we can kind of control this. They're going to build a bunch of cell towers in Fentress County. And he was telling me a while ago about 5 more. It's probably going to pop up here somewhere. We're trying this to have as less an impact on residential people in the city as we can. They're not all going to be in the city, obviously. I hope they're not. But there's a lot of towers going up, so we're going to try to regulate this, and we feel like we've got a pretty good ordinance coming up that will do that.
Okay, we have that coming up here in a minute. Okay, we're down to the old business, the approval of bathroom bid. Steve, would you like to say anything about the bathroom?
This is going to be a total remodel job on the bathrooms at the community center. And unfortunately, due to what little space we do have, we're going to have to get rid of 1 urinal in the men's bathroom and 1 commode in the women's. But other than that, it'll be a They'll be totally new bathrooms. And they will be handicap accessible.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add to it, Steve? Okay. All right. So do I hear a motion on the floor to approve the bid of $24,200?
approve it.
Motion's been made to approve by Charles Cooper. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Second by Vanessa Matthews. Is there any discussion? Okay, roll call.
Lyndon Baines,
4.
Charles Cooper,
What?
Becky Duncan,
4.
Vanessa Matthews, 4, Elizabeth Pendergrass,
4.
all 4, none against.
All right, and now the next old business we have to talk about is the Paramount Chanute Water District. So, Tom, do you want to share with us?
Sure. I guess I was reminded in the reading of the minutes about last month's meeting, we had a significant discussion about that topic, both in workshop and in the meeting, and reminded by the minutes that included I guess a board approval contingent upon no modifications to the pump station that we call the North Meter Pump Station, or the one in front of the community center. And shortly after the last meeting, the utility district had made a request that they were going to have to do some improvements to that. So I think at this point, we went in and did some additional work, additional modeling and things, and have some concerns about that. So I think the logical next step would be for a meeting to take place between the city of Jamestown, Tennessee County Utility District, and Chanute Paramount Utility District, as well as the TDEC, Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation, to discuss the project as a whole, and also so we can all get in a room together and discuss what improvements are necessary by all parties. And so I think really that's the logical next step. I don't know if it requires any action on your part. Your previous motion was contingent upon that, so that condition has not yet been met. And I would be glad to make that request to all parties on your behalf if you'd like me to do that, to schedule the
Is
meeting.
everybody in agreement with that, to let Tom do it?
Yes.
Good. That'll be
Yes.
fine, Tom. Okay. Anything else on it? Is that it? Okay. Under new business, we have approval of the master plan for the park and rec. Now, this is only a master plan. It's like taking a catalog and wishing, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, year after year after year. So, do I hear a motion on the floor to approve the master plan for the park and rec?
I'll make the motion.
Motion's been made by Lyndon Baines. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Seconded by Charles Cooper. Is there any discussion? No discussion. Roll call.
Lyndon Baines,
4.
Charles Cooper,
All right.
Becky Duncan,
4.
Vanessa Matthews,
Against.
Elizabeth Pendergrass,
4.
4, 1 against.
Okay. Motion passes. Okay, would you read the financial statements, please?
The general fund is $298,075.19. Water and sewer fund is $1,039,363.44. Natural gas fund is $1,206,288.96, with a total of all funds at $2,543,727.59.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve the financial statements?
I'll make a motion to.
Motion by Vanessa, seconded by Charles. Is there any questions? No questions? Roll call.
Lyndon Baines,
4.
Charles Cooper, Becky Duncan,
4.
Vanessa Matthews,
4.
Elizabeth Pendergrass,
4.
all 4, none against.
Okay, and would you read the bills, monthly bills.
The total of the monthly bills, including the natural gas bill, is $668,272.17.
All righty. Do I hear a motion on the floor to approve to pay the bills?
I make a motion to pay the bill.
Okay, motion made by Charles Cooper. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Becky. Okay, and, are there any questions? No questions? Roll call, roll call.
Lyndon Baines.
4.
Charles Cooper. Becky Duncan.
4.
Vanessa Matthews.
4.
Elizabeth Pendergrass.
4.
All four, none against.
Okay, and the next thing is the approval of the police department to auction off army surplus items. Are you still wanting to do that?
If you're needing an itemized list, we might wait until next week.
Okay, so we'll just wait till next month on that. All right.
Need a motion to add the ordinance to sale tax.
Okay, all right, and also, to add to this list, we need a motion to add the ordinance, the cell tower ordinance to this, list tonight, to the agenda. So do I hear a motion on the floor to add it? Motion made by Charles Cooper. Do I hear a second?
I second it.
Second by Elizabeth Pendergrass. Are there any questions? Okay, roll call.
Lyndon Baines.
4.
Charles Cooper. Becky Duncan.
4.
Vanessa Matthews.
4.
Elizabeth
Okay,
Pendergrass.
for,
All four, none against.
okay, so now are we needing to pass it?
Yeah.
Okay, do I hear a motion on the floor to pass the ordinance, the cell tower ordinance?
I make the motion.
Motion made by Lyndon Baines. Do I hear a second? Second by Charles Cooper. Is there any discussion? No discussion, roll call.
Lyndon Baines.
4.
Charles Cooper. Becky Duncan.
4.
Vanessa Matthews.
4.
Elizabeth Pendergrass.
For
All four, none against.
Okay, motion carries. All right, do we have anything else? Is that it? All right, do I hear a motion to
I
adjourn?
make a motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Charles Cooper. Do I hear a second?
And I second it.
Lyndon Baines seconded. Do I hear any discussion?
No discussion.
All right. Everybody say aye.
Aye.